Hey, welcome to the Steve Davis Show. Special guest today is Richard Neely, president of AABC. And if anybody knows what that means, it's the Connie Mack World Series. And I tell you, what a great honor to have you on.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, Richard, this is, you got to tell me the story about how this got started. I mean, it was like 1965, and it's a great story how Connie Mack got to Farmington, New Mexico.
Well, we have an AABC, American Amateur Baseball Congress. We have an annual meeting every year. And in 1964, Farmington held the Southwest Regional Tournament to qualify for the Connie Mack. Well, that tournament had more participants and more fans than the entire World Series did that was being held in Illinois. So at the next annual meeting, a group of 6 men from Farmington went to the annual meeting, and it was a bid process, and they were opening the bids, and lo and behold, it was a tie. So one of the Farmington gentlemen reached in his pocket, grabbed a dollar bill, threw it on the table, and said, "We win, we're higher," and they all walked out of the room. The rest is history.
Well, what a great history, because since then, I mean, what this has done for Farmington and also the state of New Mexico is incredible. I mean, the amount of people that come and the revenue that's brought into the state of New Mexico has been a great thing for the state of New Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, it really has. This year is the 60th anniversary of the tournament held in Farmington, which is really amazing.
Well, this thing's a little different than most baseball tournaments. And the reason being is you have host families. Speak on that. I mean, that's what makes this whole tournament.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, I don't know how long ago. I'm probably going to say 40, 45 years ago. Farmington started the host families primarily due to cost. I mean, putting 8, 12 teams in motel rooms and feeding and so forth becomes, that's a big number for a tournament that we're putting on. So we started the host family program. And since then, it's done nothing but grow. Incredible stories. There's so many. The Connie Mack World Series has produced over 370 MLB pro players that played in the Connie Mack. And it's amazing how many of those still stay in touch with their foster families. They're literally adopted for a week. They feed them, they wash their uniforms, they take them to practice, they go to the games and have their own cheering section. So these teams that come from all over the United States have their own families cheering for them. It's amazing. I mean, a quick story about the Big Papi. The Big Papi played here many, many years ago with a team out of New York. All the time he was playing, he would have his foster parents flown to New York, pick him up in a limousine, go to the game, go out and eat steaks after the game, send them back to the airport and send them home. And he did it for, 20 years. I mean, those are the kind of things that just don't happen. The MLB draft just happened. And the Facebook here in Farmington is loaded with all the kids that played here that got drafted, thanking their foster parents, as well as their own parents. I mean, you get emotional about it. It's amazing.
Well, our past kind of started like 5 or 6 years ago, and I've become more of a fan of Farmington. I mean, it's something that we take a lot of pride in putting this game up. This year, you changed the format a little bit, and we were up there last week with the qualifying tournament, and what a great tournament that was.
Yeah, it was a good one. We had a New Mexico qualifier. Then that team will take the host team slot. Requirements are whoever wins that tournament has to pick up Farmington players to be on their roster. So it's still got local participation, which is extremely important. And it was a great tournament. I mean, the winner of the Albuquerque Baseball Academy was fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you, I had Mike Foote on last week, and he's really ecstatic about coming up and the people deal. And it was a great to see that, to have a team be represented in the Connie Mack.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, we finished this weekend. We've got all 12 teams now. We'll have pool play starting next Friday, or a week from Friday, excuse me. Then Sunday, we'll have the placement. They'll be seeded into the double elimination bracket, and the tournament starts bracket play next week from Sunday night.
And that's where ProView is going to pick up on that Sunday is the bracket play, all the games played at Rickett Field. And then, again, this is the second year in a row that CBS, and speak on CBS on how great that's going to be.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, CBS Sports is carrying our championship live. It will be aired on Saturday night. And, you know, that's reaching out to 45 million homes in the United States. I mean, what a blessing for Farmington and the state of New Mexico. Terrific advertising.
Well, we're going to have Jeff Symbiota and also, you know, Ray Birmingham, and they did a great job last year. But something new this year is it's going to be produced by, you know, again, which you and I are both proud of, is the in-state production by Windfire by Gary Williams.
Absolutely. I mean, last year, you know, it was a group out of California, equipment coming out of Houston, and this year, it's so far has been so great with Windfire and Gary. I mean, it's right here in New Mexico, and it's makes it where he can come up, get everything ready, go back home, and come back. You can't ask for a better situation.
Well, I tell you, it's going to be much smoother from my standpoint, I think, than it was in the previous years, and I'm looking forward to it. I know that Gary's already been up there one or two times. Jason from my office has been there, and, you know, no matter what we do, we're still going to have some issues, but right now we're way further ahead than we've been in the past.
Absolutely. And I mean, in Ricketts Park, I mean, the renovations we've done throughout the years, which 95% of all those renovations have been taken care of by the Connie Mack World Series Committee. They built that stadium, which is very comparable to a minor league park. And it's totally wired, totally ready to go for TV, and it makes the job easier for you guys.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to go to Evergard Roof and Solar and come back with talk more about Ricketts Field and about the historic and one of maybe the best facilities for high school baseball or Connie Mack baseball in the United States.
Watches it in the dirt. Now we got to play at second. We're going to go for the pickle to try, and now's the play at home. They got him. No! Safe! What a run there by Caden Nairhood. He was cheating his way up until he thought he had the right spot. Biggie will slam one to left center field. That one's going to the wall. That one is going to bounce off of it. Figueroa Brito's got wheels. He wants third base. And it's going to be a tight play, but not that tight. As that gets away, and Figueroa Brito's headed home on a triple. And then the error there, the E4 will allow him to score. Adriel Figueroa Brito is the second run of the game. Out of Mansfield Timberview in Arlington, Texas. Tracks it to Figueroa Brito. They've got the tag down, so they get the lead runner. Mason Courtney's caught up in the jam. It's a 1-5. First out of the inning. Right to second. One. And throw in time. It is a 4-6-3 double play as Romo to Sanchez to Pena clears out the Midland side. The ball's in a strike. Owen Skinner. He'll crack one to Talon Barasa. Man, how does Talon do that? Unbelievable how he's able to get something going there.
He's making spectacular plays today.
Man, off of the foot too, unbalanced, just rangy. This will be pounded out there by Gilbert
That
Torres.
timely hit I talked about.
Rounding to home. The tag is there. He's got him.
Oh,
way out. And a double play on his stat sheet today. This will be shot out to Danny Hagstrom in center. It's going over Hagstrom's head. It's going to the wall, and going to third base is Garrett Fuentes. As it's a 2 RBI triple for Garrett Fuentes. He puts it over. Blast one to left field. This one's going back. Kiss it goodbye. A home run for Jacob Segota with one swing of the bat. He ties this ball game up.
Well, the whole Pokey staff is very happy and very excited. We've been waiting all week to see something happen go over that wall.
Walk-off single. Ochoa sizes him up, and Figueroa Brito, just like you called, Steve. He's headed over to third. A little aggressive. Oh, my goodness.
He missed him.
Tying runs represented on deck. And Wilmer smashes one to second. This could be two. There's one, and that's a triple play. Triple play, Steve.
We got to rewatch this.
Oh, my
goodness. I haven't
goodness.
seen a triple play in a long time.
It's smashed over to the second baseman. Yeah, it's going to be 4-6-3. So first Quintela, he flips it to Swinford, and then he tosses it up to Parra. Everybody out of position. My goodness, Steve.
I tell you what, that's worth getting up this morning. Just
yeah, right?
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
Hey, welcome back. Steve Davis Show. We got Richard Neely, president of AABBC. Connie Mack World Series is coming up, and it's here. I mean, it came up on us very quick.
It's next week. It's right. It's happening. Steve, if I can I just shout out to the team we have here in Farmington? Our mayor, Nate Duckett, I mean, an adamant supporter of the Connie Mack, the Visitors Convention Bureau. They just reach out and go overboard to help us. And we've been very, very fortunate that we've got some representatives and senators. Excuse me. Representatives and senators, Steve Scherer, Mo Maestas, Bill Scherer, Steve Lanier. These gentlemen have gone overboard for us through the state legislature, and they've procured funding for us for this year and next year to make sure that we can put CBS Live, Sports Live on TV. It's fabulous, and they do that through New Mexico Tourism, which number one sponsor for our tournament now. It's fabulous.
Well, what's so great about what the World Series and Connie Mack, it's the northern part of the state. You and I have had many great conversations about, what it's done for the state, for Farmington, but also what the state of New Mexico. But what's so neat about the legislators, it's bipartisan. Those names are Democrat and Republican, and that's got to be a great, because, Farmington is mostly Republican, but people see the value of what Connie Mack's done for the whole state.
Yeah, I mean, a quick thing. The Connie Mack World Series is in the top 5 of the longest continual events in the state of New Mexico and also the highest attended events in the state of New Mexico. So, yeah, Farmington's on the map with the Connie Mack World Series.
And what ProView is helped with is giving it a presence in Albuquerque, because we put as many games in the pre-qual before the bracket play. I would say we put as many games on TV as we can during the week, and then the following week, then we have it on CBS. And I tell you what, it gets a lot of exposure that it hadn't had in the past.
Oh, for sure. As I mentioned, the multi-million, $45+ million homes on CBS Sports. In addition, we syndicate and send it out after the tournament to over another 75 million homes. So, state of New Mexico, AABC, Farmington, New Mexico, we're getting it out there. That's for sure.
And I want to thank, and I don't want to forget these because they're really special. And you can, it's your board. It doesn't happen without your board. I mean, talk about some people on that board and what they do. It's not just they work year round to make this thing happen.
Yeah, not only the AABC board, which I have representatives from across the United States, and then you got the Connie Mack World Series board here in Farmington, which is an independent board that does nothing but do the Connie Mack World Series. They have a progressive chain of who becomes the chairman. Incoming chairman, outgoing chairman. It's a 6-year commitment. And that board is amazing. It is a year-round job, not only making sure that everything's ready for the tournament, but we've got all the volunteers. There's over 300 volunteers that participate during the Connie Mack World Series from the San Juan County. And I mean, without that board, it wouldn't happen. There's no way.
No, I wouldn't. And I like I said, Johnny's the president now. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I tell you what a great job he's done, and help me out with his last name. I think
Johnny Curry.
Johnny Curry. I mean, he's been very helpful with us. And,
a plug for Johnny. He was New Mexico Activities Athletic Director of the Year in 2025 for all the high schools in New Mexico.
I tell you, that doesn't surprise me one bit at all. So
yeah.
But you get people like that, and then your tech department, the people that you have, your city department. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts there. This doesn't happen without their engagement.
Absolutely not. I mean, the city of Farmington this is one of their major events, obviously, during the year, and they truly go overboard to make sure that Ricketts Park is in fabulous shape. I hate to say it because I hate to jinx us and talk about rain, but you want to see a show. When we get a rain, you should see the city. They put calls out to all their employees. We need help with the tarps. There'll be 75 people out on the field pulling those tarps. It's amazing. And I mean, literally, they just put the word out on the radio and boom, they're there. And we finish the games every year, no matter what. We get those games in, and it's due to that crew.
Speaking of Ricketts Field, I mean, I'm sold on it. I mean, it's like you go in, the grass, it's immaculate. The cleanliness of it. I mean, speak on it. I mean, that itself.
Ricketts Park. First of all, Ricketts Park was built by volunteers. Okay, they in 1963-62 when they started building Ricketts at the old fairgrounds. Literally, Farmington's an oil and gas town, and the guys that were on the committee, literally, they'd have a truck headed to the oil field with a load of pipe. It's funny how 4 or 5 joints of pipe would roll off every morning to Ricketts Park so the welders could start welding up the stands. I mean, stories like that are amazing. And then Senator Domenici, toward the end of his term, I met with him and worked with him, and we secured another $2.2 million of funding to renovate Ricketts Park, thanks to Senator Domenici and the city of Farmington and the Connie Mack World Series Committee. So every dollar that's made by the Connie Mack World Series Committee goes back into Ricketts Park. I mean, it's there for the purpose. I mean, not many high school players get to have that as their home field. Let's just put it that way. It's a great facility. I've been to ballparks and minor league parks all across the country. I mean, Isotopes Park's a great park. If it wasn't for the stands, I'd put Ricketts Park right up against it.
Well, I want to say that I want to say this to the crew of Rick. I've been up there many times, and I've spent many days watching. That crew's immaculate. I mean, I'll put them right up there with the Isotope crew, and they don't make the money that the Isotope.
No, they don't.
They take a lot of pride, and there's not. After the game, the place is clean. The next morning, everything is perfect, just like it's brand new every day.
Yeah, I mean, if that time, I apologize, but things are happening like crazy right now.
Let's take a little break then. Let's take a little break.
No, we're good. We're good. If we need to take a break, that'd be awesome. Can we take a quick one?
Yeah, we'll take a little break, and we'll come back, and we'll get more on all the activities that's going to happen next week.
All right, fantastic. Thank you.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Coaches, fungo, it happens.
Hey, welcome back, Steve Davis Show. We got Richard Neely, president of AABC, and I tell you, Richard, it's here. I mean, it starts next week, and talk about how the city and the parade. I'm going to be able to witness. This will be the first time I get to. Well, I'm not going to be working, killing myself. I'm going to be able to watch this. So,
well, interesting thing is activities start the end of this week, actually, with foster parent orientation. There's something almost every night. The runners, the kids that run to the concession stand and take care of the people in the box seats, they've got training. We've got the press box that goes through everything that needs to happen during that week. There's an annual banquet that's held next week to basically thank all the volunteers. Then teams start rolling in Thursday, and it's basically from about noon to midnight, typically. The teams all fly into Albuquerque, or a lot of them drive in, and then they're put on buses, escorted to Farmington, and right outside of Farmington, a police escort, motorcycles, police cars, turn their sirens on, escort these kids into the city, which you wouldn't believe the look on their faces. It's like, wow, we're professional athletes. I mean, we treat them like that. Then we have a parade on Friday morning. And that honestly is maybe you might say kind of hokey, a parade, but I go across the country all year representing the AABC, and you'd be amazed how many pro athletes the first thing that comes out of their mouth is the parade. They go, that was the funnest thing I've ever done. They walk the streets, they hand out candy to the kids, shake hands with kids, and it's a fabulous event. And then we start playing baseball.
Well, back to that. I mean, it just shows that those kids are in the moment, and,
Yes.
and they're in the moment, and the whole city gravitates to this event. I mean, it's amazing. I can't explain it unless you're there.
Yeah, I mean, the attendance is right at 100,000 people that go through those stands during the week. And I mean, season tickets, if you want season tickets, get in line. They're passed down from family generation to generation. And every year someone moves, and we have a lottery where someone can draw and get tickets. But we're very, very fortunate. We're sold out every year well in advance because it just happens.
Well, I was surprised because, when I'm there, I'm doing work and everything. But it's amazing how many people from Albuquerque have tickets. This is their vacation, no matter who played. Even if there's not a New Mexico team in it, they've already picked that whole week. They're going to go to the tournament, but they're also talk about the amenities besides the baseball that Farmington has.
That is so true. I mean, I can give you a list of people from Texas, from Arizona that grew up in Farmington. They still have their season tickets to the Connie Mack, and they may be corporate executives in Houston or Chicago. They, like you said, they plan a vacation to come back and watch the best amateur tournament in the country. I mean, we're right there with the College World Series, and we've put more professional athletes that played in the Connie Mack than any tournament in the United States that have played here that made the major league rosters.
Well, we're running out of time, so tournament starts play next Friday. Is that correct?
Friday week. That is correct. Yes.
That's the 25th?
The 25th of July, 25th, 26th, pool play. And then the first round of bracket play starts on Sunday, the 27th.
And we're going to put those on channel 26, and also we're going to stream them on ProView Networks. We will have that to you while we're on the same subject. We'll have all that to you by tomorrow, to where you can let people know to buy their pass to watch all the games.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Well, Richard, we got a few things to say before. I know you have a lot of people to thank. So if you have anybody you can think of real quick.
Yeah, I thank my wife for putting up with me. It's 24/7.
I tell you what, your phone rings, and I appreciate. I hope I'm not a pain in your tail, but it's amazing how good you are during the 2 weeks.
Well, it's a year-round thing. I mean, fortunately for the AABC, we have 12 World Series that we put on every year. Now, the Connie Mack, you bet, it's our crown jewel. But I just finished a tournament last week that had 124 teams playing in it, the Don Mattingly World Series. So, yeah, the AABC is super proud of the Connie Mack, and, it's what keeps us alive.
I tell you, thanks for coming on, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you next week.
See you next week, Steve. Thank you very much.